Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shataria here at Chicago Branch Great Millstone, prophesizing the return of the Heavenly Father Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. You all ignorantly call him Jesus, but his true and Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. Coming at you with another lesson. Lord will, it is edifying through the Spirit, but as always, before we get started, we're going to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekah Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders here at Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Honors to the hopeful elect. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical and true Hebrews of the Bible. Salutation to all the Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity, the speckled bird, and all those whose lineage goes back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, healthy Barakatha, and the Akwaf. That's you sisters out there who are listening and learning in silence, as the scriptures say to do so. To you, I say shalom. Okay, Israel, current affairs and breaking news. All right. Recapping the events that have happened in the past 72 hours over the weekend, pretty much. And number one, and this is big. Let's play this video right here. But before I do that, I'm going to read the copyright disclaimer so I don't lose another channel, okay, Israel? And it's copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to play this video, and that's this guy, King Charles. Look at this guy, this caveman. All right, this cave dweller, okay? These people just stop learning how to walk on all fours, okay? That crown, I will say this, that crown, it's not becoming on him. It's gonna look a lot better on our King David, all right? But without any further ado, let me play this video because this is big, Israel.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services. My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernize how citizens interact with public services.
Okay, well, there you have it, Israel, you see. And this is King Charles. They're pushing forward with this thing in the UK. And this is big because before you know it, anything that they push forward, this is all leading up to a one world order to begin with. But it won't be long before it hits right here in Babylon, a.k.a. America. The whole world for that matter, okay? North America, South America, this thing is big. It won't be long before it's a one world order. The whole world, this is the agenda that they're pushing, okay? And let me get off of this here and get into this right here, okay? Now, right after this, President Trump goes to China to have major talks with the president, PG Ping, okay? Pretty much to broker and barter deals on behalf of the American people. But in the midst of this, he took the deep state, the banking CEOs, tech mobiles, BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street Associates, the swamp. Now he ran on a promise to drain the swamp. Ha, ha, ha. How can the ringleader of the swamp drain it? He the ringleader, okay? He the ringleader. And if you've been following annual meetings in Davos, the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, he stepped down. But the World Economic Forum, they're still pushing forward, okay? But before he stepped down, Klaus Schwab said that China is the front runner on digital surveillance and one governing system transition into a one world order, our new world order. So Xi Jinping, okay, Putin, Trump are all puppets for the global banking elites, all right? They're all puppets for the international bankers. That's who really runs everything behind the scenes, okay? They control everything behind the scenes, okay? That's another lesson for another time. But if you don't participate in this digital ID infrastructure, you will be locked out of society, okay? Know that. Okay, all right? So we at the door, all right? We're at the door of the fourth industrial revolution, the great financial reset, a new world order, digital ID infrastructure. So we've been saying this now, okay? We've been saying this now, Salakia. We've been saying this now for the last 40, 50 years. Longer than that, if you go back to the Elder Bibbins and King Masha, longer than that. Then, what else is breaking? Oh, then you have the Hentis virus, okay? All right, the Phantom virus, okay? The World Health Organization, the WHO, the CDC, Center for Disease Creation, not disease control. All right, Israel. Pretty much this Hunter's virus, I always thought that it would be a medical scenario, okay, a medical, outbreak, so to speak, a medical threat scenario. That's the word I'm looking for. It would be a medical threat scenario, and that would be mandated, okay, to give them the right to implement these government control methods and stipulations, okay? So pretty much it's going to be made into a law, okay? And they're going to use it. If they don't use this Hunter's virus, they'll create another man-made virus, make up another catastrophic event to coerce the people into taking this, chocolate chip cookie, because that's where all roads lead to, all right? That's where all roads lead to, okay? Revelation 13th chapter. We'll bring that out. That's in the lesson, all right? So, the Lord has us here, piping, all right? We piping. On the other end, the prophets are prophesizing this thing. We're telling you about it, okay? Okay, and we've been warning you all, like I said at the top of the lesson, for the past 40, 50 plus years, what's coming down the pipeline. And out of his image, okay, out of this beast-style system, he's going to implement the mark of the beast, okay? That's what's coming down the pipeline, Israel, all right? The mark of the beast, all right? I said Revelation 13th chapter. We're going to get that. That's in the lesson. But all roads lead to the charagma, the mark of the beast, the chocolate chip cookies. Don't eat none of them. They ain't good for you. Because Revelation 14th chapter tells you what's going to happen if you take one of them, okay? But this digital ID infrastructure, they call it DIDI, D-I-D-I. These are pretty much coins that are programmable. So if you do something or say something that is displeasing to our government, okay, or the small hatters who run everything again behind the scenes, okay, the global banking elites, the international bankers, they can cut your water off. They can turn those coins off, or you can't buy or sell anything. And they're indoctrinating you to this Revelation 13th chapter. I said this lesson was going to be short. We're going to bring out some precepts and pretty much close it. Let's go right in, Israel, and let's get Revelation. Let's get Revelation 13, all right? Revelation 13 and 16. And Revelation 13 and 16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, or the name of the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, okay? And that's going into Chi Sigma 666, okay? But you won't be able to buy or sell anything. You heard, you know what King Charles says, they're moving forward. So they're pushing this thing, and we don't know. We don't know how long, okay? We don't know. Let's go here real quick, all right? Let's go here. Okay, let's get ready to get this. What do we need? Let's get Psalms 37. Psalms 37 and 7. That's what we want, 37 and 7. And it says, Psalms 37 and 7, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. So that's what we have to do. You know, we have to stay rooted in Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, because that's who's going to deliver us out of these perilous times. That's who's going to deliver us out of this hour of temptation, which shall come upon the whole world and those therein to try them. Psalms 27 and 14, it says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. The Hebrew word for heart is lab, which means your mind. Wait, I say, on the Lord. So we have to wait on our power, all right, man, because that's who's going to deliver us out of this thing, okay? All right? Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. That's who's going to deliver us out of this hour of temptation, these perilous times that are coming ahead, okay? Because it says in Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay? So that's what we have to do. Wait patiently on Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, and fret not about these evildoers, okay, who bring about these wicked devices, all right? It says there is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered. Okay, we'll get that. Psalms, I think that's Psalms 33. I think that's Psalms 33. I don't want to butcher it because I can't remember that one verbatim. So we'll get that one. Psalms 33. And where we at? About 15, 16. It says, there is no king saved by the multitude of a host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. And a horse is a vain thing for safety. Neither shall he deliver any by his great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy. You see? And Psalms 34 and 7 says, the angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. So that's who's going to deliver us out of this hour of temptation. I said I get that because that's in the lesson, okay? So this man who bringeth about these wicked devices, let's get it again, Psalms 37, okay? Let's get it, Psalms 37:7, and it reads, it says, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of him who bringeth wicked devices to pass. All right, and that's what this man has done. Okay, this is what they're pushing. They're planning to chip the whole world, okay? All right, chip everybody like they cattle, but not so, says Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, right? Okay. Where do I want to go? Okay, let's go here, okay? Let's go here. Psalms 27:11. Psalms 27:11. And it says, Psalms 21:11, Salakia. Psalms 21:11, Israel, Salakia. And it says, Psalms 21:11, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. See, like I said, the Lord is going to deliver us out of this hour of temptation, which will come upon the whole world to try them. Well, he's going to deliver his righteous, all right, those who fear him, his elect, okay? All right, but this thing is going forward, okay, Israel? And again, the Hunter's virus, I just recapped that. Yeah, like I said, I really believe it will be through a medical threat scenario that they'll make mandated, okay, and put into a law. Those who use mischief, all right, to by a law, Psalms 94:20. I won't butcher it. I'll get it. Let's get it. Psalms 94:20. Because I said they're gonna use a medical threat scenario, all right, and it's going to be mandated, and that would allow them to implement these government-controlled measures and stipulations, all right? So they're going to make this law a requirement, okay? And they're going to use this to coerce the people to take this chocolate chip cookie I'm telling you all about, all right? If it's not the Hentis virus, they'll create another man-made virus, Odo Akeo, order out of chaos. Okay, it'll be another catastrophic event to coerce the people into taking this chip, all right? But Psalms 94:20, Psalms 94:20, and it reads, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? And Isaiah 10:1 says, woe unto them that write unrighteous decrees, okay? So this is where we headed with this thing, all right? Roughly paraphrasing that Isaiah 10:1. Psalms 94:20, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? Okay, all right. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. And that's what these people are doing, all right, Israel? But again, the Lord says, fret not thyself because of these evildoers, okay? Because it's Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, who's going to deliver us up out of this, all right? And this is what they're doing, okay? They're framing mischief by a law. You see, they just said they're going forward with this thing, this digital ID infrastructure, okay? We'll run back in Psalms 21, Psalms 21:11, and it says, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And we'll get it now. Let's grab it. Revelation 3:10. All right. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay? Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right? Okay, Israel? So Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai is going to watch over us in this perilous times. Okay, this hour of temptation that is ahead, which will try all the whole world and them therein. Let's close it with this Job. I said it's going to be a quick lesson. Lord will, it is edifying through the Spirit. Let's close it with this Job. Let's get this Job, and let's get Job 5. What do we want to start? About 8. Job 5 and 8. And it says, I would seek unto God, and unto God would I commit my cause, which doeth great things and unsearchable marvelous things without number. So you can't count the number of great things Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai has done. It's unlimited, the power of our God, okay? It's unlimited, the power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, who giveth rain upon the earth and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. Okay, you see what it says, Israel? To set up on high those that be low. So it says the first will be last and the last will be first. All right? To set up on high those that be low, those which mourn may be exalted to safety. And this is the point, Job 5 and 12, Israel. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty. Okay, and the crafty, that's the wicked. Okay, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They cover the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Roughly paraphrasing. So that's the crafty and those devices we're talking about. I just gave you that. Okay, Psalms 37:7, Psalms 21:11. Again, Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, all right? So Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, he's going to throw a monkey wrench in these people program, all right? He's going to shut them down. He's going to throw a wrench in the program. He said, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong, okay? See what I'm talking about? Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai is a master chess player, okay? He 10 moves ahead of these people, all right? He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. Okay, so he disappointed the devices of the crafty that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And they're going to get this thing off of the ground, Israel, okay? But it's going to be short-lived. The elder apostle of Ramlah just did a video on that. I believe it was last night. And the elder apostle of Ramlah did a video on this here called Get Ready. The elder apostle Taha did a response video. Then I seen another video where the elder out in South Carolina had responded to this here too. So I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I have quite a bit on my plate. Again, working with my mom, she has a fractured spine, and I, pretty much have a little on my plate right now, but that's pretty much all I have. Lord will, the lesson was edifying through the Spirit. In closing, I'd like to say, Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, rise Israel, rise in a Bible bowl. Until the next time.